Hello and welcome to my easy to understand guide to Antonio Gramsci's idea of hegemony. This is not a set theory at all, but it is a theory that I teach for use on the CIE Media Studies specification. You're going to find 1,000,001 pronunciations of this. Gramsci, hegemony. For A-level, the pronunciation is not hugely important, as long as you understand the ideas. This is a very, very simplistic overview of his ideas. I'm sure you can find ones in a lot more detail, but this is mainly aimed at helping perhaps GCSE or A-level students understand his ideas. So Gramsci was a philosopher and a Marxist politically. He believed in this idea of cultural hegemony. And what that means is a society where the lower classes are dominated by the kind of wealthier or higher classes. Dominant ruling classes often control the media, and so it's easy for them to influence what we see and what we hear. That means they can spread their ideas throughout society. I use this theory when I'm teaching the media texts unit for CIE, and we're looking at analysing TV drama clips and we're thinking about representation. You might see a clip which reinforces cultural hegemonic ideas about society. It could be that they're reinforcing dominant hegemonic ideas about gender. It could be that the clip reinforces or challenges dominant hegemonic ideas about age or class. A clip that reinforces these hegemonic ideas actually might go on to create these hegemonic values within society and actually change and influence our behaviour and our actions. So this theory is quite useful if you're seeing something that is either reasonably typical in terms of gender, age, sexuality, class, etc., or whether they're doing something that's completely unexpected. So for example, if they're doing something quite typical and they're showing women as mothers, domestic, nurturing, maternal, you could talk about how a clip reinforces the cultural hegemonic ideas about gender. If you're seeing in a clip, for example, poor people being quite lazy, perhaps that's reinforcing cultural hegemonic ideas that poor people just need to work harder, and perhaps that's why they're not rich and successful. Perhaps you might have a clip that challenges those expectations and does something a bit different, goes against the sort of stereotypes, I suppose, that you might see. Maybe you see a female character that's particularly strong and independent and not domestic or sexualized in any way. And perhaps you might say that that clip challenges cultural hegemonic ideas about females and their role within society. So Gramsci's ideas about hegemony are quite a useful and reasonably simple theory. Once you get around that phrase hegemonic, cultural hegemonic, it's a reasonably simple theory to use within a media texts essay. So that was my easy to understand guide to hegemony and Antonio Gramsci. Don't forget to check out my channel for lots of other videos that might be relevant for you, including a variety of other theorists.